Hello, welcome to the second round. So we had somewhat of a greedy keep, but seeing that we already have two swamps, we can cast every card in our deck basically that we can draw. We have a bunch of early cards, uh, and given that we played against an aggro deck in the previous round, it's very unlikely that our opponent is gonna be able to um, be be really aggressive here as well. In which case, my Wood Elves into Wolf here is actually a really strong play. Strip Mine, I'm not really that scared about. Like, why would he even attack the forest, seeing that I have two green cards in my hand and he knew about the forest even? Like, Strip Mine doesn't even do anything here, outside of, him being able to draw more cards, but it's a really weird play on his end. Obviously gonna run out the Wood Elves here, get myself another forest, and he should have always attacked the swamp. Like, I have two green cards, he knew that I have several forests in my hand. He knew that I only had another single swamp. Attacking the swamp was way better. So he assumes I'm gonna be playing Wolfir here, right? So figuring that, why does he now suddenly cast like an island? He does not have a counter, interesting. Yes. Boom, baby. Getting slammed down. Ultimate prize. Okay. Okay, my book, like, just a 1-for-1 trade. It doesn't really make that much of a difference. The guy's down on cards, he's strip mined for no apparent reason. As soon as we draw something like survival or birthing pot, we win the game anyway. Might as well cast Nisa here, animate a forest. That should be GG, right? Animating forest is pretty strong here. I don't see which flesh creature he can have that deals 4 damage to Nisa, like Mountain, Prophetic Bolt, Mountain Char, Sword of Body Mind doesn't actually do anything either. We can even kill it. Let's first play Wickerbrow Elder. Then plus this. And swing for a bunch. The only downside here is if he has Living End. But even if he has Living End, he still loses. Because Wolfir comes back, I can then animate the land and win the game. So that doesn't do anything, and we go 1-up against a control deck. So I think Oran Viper is really good over Wood Elves. Just because it's against control. Spell Sky doesn't seem to be that strong, but it's okay given that he has Ultimate Prize. But that's like the only card, right? So not really a biggie. Ink Eyes is okay. I think Graveworm Muse is obviously really good as well. Maybe over a card like this. Nah, probably over Scavenging Ooze. Night of Infamy protection for white doesn't really do anything. Reclamation Sage might be another really good one. Like Reclamation Sage over Viper, and then maybe keep in Viper and get out the Wickerbrow Elder, because Reclamation Sage is a bit better than the Wickerbrow. As in, it's cheaper. I want to get this as 4-drop anyway. I don't think Scavenging Ooze is that great in this matchup. Like, these obviously are. I'm curious what kind of deck he's running though. He could have at least opposition or something, and then Reclamation Stage even better. I'm gonna keep this. We do have Natural Order. Just gotta hope my opponent doesn't find the duress again. And all we have to do is actually draw lands, which we are doing. And then we can always sacrifice Strangleroot guys to Natural Order, get like a really good creature. Very unlikely he has a counter here, but he might. So I'm gonna lead with the Strangleroot Geist over the Survival, of course. Attack with the Geist, slam for 2, have fun dealing with this. With the kind of deck you have. Vidalco and Shackles would be okay. Old Man of the Sea, that's actually probably one of the better cards, right? The only downside is that I can no longer Natural Order then. So I have to survival here. And then attack with Strangleroot, guys. Like if he blocks, it becomes a 3-2 and he can no longer Old Man of the Sea it. So it's a free 2 damage here. He's always gonna steal it. Like that's obvious. I think Tron is then the correct next turn play. Compulsive Research is a-okay. Don't think I want to discard anything here. We can natural order this on our turn if he doesn't steal it right now, which is obviously an error on his end if he wouldn't, and it doesn't. So in this case, natural order sacrifice as part of the activation cost comes into play as a 3-2. You can no longer Old Man of the Sea it. Whoops is what I would say. Big whoops. So natural order might resolve, might not. It does. Get like Radiohoof Behemoth just because it's gonna be a big punch. That's the only reason why I would get Radiohoof Behemoth here. Just because, you know, hitting for 12 on this guy and then having a 5-5 later on is pretty strong. So he has to deal with his board first before he can actually do anything. And Old Man of the Sea is never gonna be it. Even if he has a sword, like I just Reclamation Sage it. And survival is also pretty strong. I'm not sure what I would do next turn if he doesn't do anything. Like I can just attack, right? He probably has like Cryptic Command, tap down all my creatures, bounce something. Liliana, that's okay. Make me sacrifice Strangleroot, guys, I guess. Then I attack him, he's forced to block. We can get what exactly? Attack him just because he's only at 4. He's forced to block with Old Man of the Sea. We can play Tron, play Pilgrim. I'm not sure what we can discard to get with the Pilgrim. I really am not. So I think Tron here has to be the play. It resolves. Then just discard, and then even if he gets rid of these two, we can always Nissa. The only card I'm really scared about is Living End. And even then, if you draw land, Nissa is gonna be really good. So he's gonna make me discard. I discard Reclamation Sage, that's obvious. So discard. Play Creeping Torpid. He has to have Cryptic Command here. In which case we do not want to play Nissa before combat. It doesn't. Vampire Nighthawk is not gonna cut it. Especially not if I have this. So Nissa, please. If it resolves, it's GG. He conceded. So that's like 9 minutes. And we go 2-0, and I'll see you guys in round 3.